Melanin Voices is a podcast geared towards building a community of those on a journey of self-discovery. We create space for guests and listeners to share their stories about their exploration of life, appreciation of the good, and how they overcame certain bullshit to get to where they are.
Every week, we take a dive into topics that affect each of our lives at one point or another. Hopefully, by hearing our voices, we will give you the courage to live authentically.
I'm Mariah, also known as Mariah Amazing.
And Una, hey! Now you are tuned into Melanin Voices.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Hey everyone, we're back. After a long hiatus, we're here.
Did you miss us? We missed you. Hello. Hey. Hey. I wish I knew how to say hello in like different languages besides hola.
Konnichiwa.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How's life been treating you?
Has it been good?
How are you doing out here in this cold weather if you're in Denver? I'm just freezing.
It's not that. Okay, she has all the Denver natives are like, what? Y'all, she has a rude awakening. I mean, let's be honest, we're never going to get used to the cold. It's cold.
Yeah.
But this is like the lesser of the days. I'm not looking forward to the below zero cold. This is inconvenience to me because I wanted to wear shorts. But when it gets below zero, it's like, I'm staying in the house all week. Fuck it.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm not looking forward to that type of cold. And people who want to white Christmas, fuck off. Because I do not want to white Christmas. It'd be too cold.
Yes.
But I understand those who want to white Christmas. So y'all should move to the mountains. That environment better suits you and your lifestyle, clearly. But how was your week since we're recording on a Friday today? Fun fact.
My week was good. Moved into my new place, so I'm unpacking slowly but surely.
She has her own place. Big ups.
Thank you. I'm taking my fucking time because what am I in a rush for? I don't know.
Right, you're gonna be staying there for a year, right? You're signing your lease, right?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's that. I'm happy, good, thankful. Yep, that's it. How about you? How was your week?
My week. Hold on, let my engineer do it. It's okay. My authenticity. I want them to know what's going on behind the scenes. But Devin's setting me up right now, y'all. But yeah, so my week was fairly well. I got back from Philly. So I'll just talk about my last weekend. Last weekend, I went to Philly to visit my best friend, Jasmine Peters. If you are a fan of the show, you have heard her on previous episodes when talking with the therapist. And then we also had her on recently for Don't Email Me, where we talked about long-distance friendships and how to maintain those. And yeah, so I went to Philly to visit her, and we just did some real chill stuff. I think the most that we did was go out to South Street, which is kind of like the equivalent to Market Street here in Denver, but more black. And went to a place called Blue Martini, y'all, which is funny for those who are here in Denver because there's a club out here called Purple Martini, but there's a club there called Blue Martini, and it was popping. It was just a little too crowded for my liking. It was just like shoulder to shoulder, and I'm like, oh. But it was a good time. They played good music. They played reggae. They played hip hop. They played R&B. It was a good time. So the only thing I would have wanted to have done was get to South Street a little bit earlier to explore different clubs and not just stay in that one. But it was cool. But yeah, what would you say your current mood is today?
Tired. I'm tired.
Okay.
Yes. What about you?
I was frustrated prior to walking in here, you guys, because Devin lives downtown Denver, and finding parking when we come record is like a shit show. And I knew that, so I knew he needed to leave at a certain time, so today we'll be wrapping up a little bit early to be respectful of his time and his prior arrangements. But I was like, knowing that, let me get there 10 minutes prior so I can at least find parking and be right on time, because he needed us right on time. So I pull up, no parking. So I circle the block for a good 10, 15 minutes, and that really pissed me off. But I saw my emotions. I'm over it, but I ain't gonna lie. It was annoying as fuck. So I goes back to what Una was saying earlier. I'm not ready for the snow or the cold as far as like looking for parking, because that shit sucks. I'm like 2 or 3 blocks down, bro. So that sucks, but hey, what can you do about it? It's downtown Denver, and downtown anywhere we all know has terrible parking. You could be downtown Utah, I'm sure the parking sucks, so yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine what it's going to be like parking when the snow gets high, like inches?
I'm not looking forward to it. Not even like, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm more so not looking forward to the traffic. the snow gets crazy, when it becomes ice. Because this snowfall wasn't that bad. Like, it was whatever. You know, the first couple hours, I heard people saying it was really bad. And there were like over 100 accidents reported within the first few hours of the snowfall.
I want to know how many people of those people are like Denver natives.
They're probably 0%. Probably. Yeah. Or maybe like 2 or 3, like a really low number. But, yeah. It's definitely gotten worse, I think, with those moving from different places. Not to bash on y'all, because I love the transplants. Y'all moving here too, making a way for yourselves. But it is kind of frustrating when some people don't know how to drive in the snow. But that's another topic for another day. It might be a topic real soon. Who knows? Stay tuned. But I did want to discuss on our topics. I'll give it a little bit of background. So all week, or have I say my entire career as a creative or freelancer or whatever you want to call me, or what I would label myself as, I feel like both can go hand in hand. There's always been this dynamic of pay and negotiation, and kind of how a lot of brands or people don't want to pay creatives or freelancers for their work, and they just kind of want to just get everything for free, because they feel as though you're creative, you're passionate about this, you should want to do this. Recently, I follow this podcasting group on Facebook for women of color, and someone posted in there that they needed help with editing some podcast, and I'm like, cool, like I can totally do that. I edit our own podcast here at Melanin Voices, and I've done it in the past. I can totally do that. So I was like, yeah, hey, I have experience with doing that. I edit my own. She reaches out to me, and long story short, because there's so many things tangled up within the whole entire conversation to make me say no to this person. It's another story for another day if I want to go more in depth. But pretty much she was very demanding and very very aggressive. I wouldn't even say assertive. She was very aggressive and very fast talker, because she just wanted to get her point across. And she said something that stuck out to me. She said something to the sort, I can't really remember because it happened like a month or so ago, and I can't really remember details now. But she said something to the sort of, well, I'm looking for hustlers and passionate people and go-getters, and I need people to really be hungry for what they want. And I told her, ma'am, just because I'm hungry doesn't mean I'm going to sit up here and starve by not getting money. Like, that doesn't make sense. She wanted me to more context, she wanted me to edit 24 podcasts per month for only $100 a month. And if you are a creative or a podcast person, or just any person that edits content, you know that editing 24 podcast episodes for $100 is literally like, she literally tried to spit on me, basically. So I was like, ma'am, I'm going to have to wrap this up. I don't know what go-getters you're looking for, but clearly it ain't me, because I like to get paid for my services. And I find that ever since that conversation, the reoccurring theme has been people not wanting to pay for your services. So I was like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. Or at least vent, because I don't really have the knowledge to give you the tools to do better. But I have read an article that hopefully I can help us out with that, more of an educational side of things. But I just wanted to talk about it, discuss it, and kind of vent pretty much about how it has been my experiences being paid as a creative. So yeah, I guess I'll head over to my outline to get the conversation started. So for Melanin Message this week, what is a recent experience with pay as an influencer? Have you ever had that experience? Or are you like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about? Or even pay in general. It don't have to be creative work. It could be just getting paid for anything. Because you used to, at one point in time, cook. Mm-hmm. So how has that been? Have you ever cooked for parties? I mean, cooked for my mom's graduation, plug. But any other time outside of that, have you ever cooked before and got paid for it, or not gotten paid for it?
No, I haven't ever done any paid cooking events. Mm-hmm. That's just a personal preference of mine, because it's just too much pressure. Yep. But as far as getting as far as my 9 to 5, I know we definitely don't get paid for the this work that we do. We don't get paid for the services that we provide. And it seems like every day they're tacking on more and more things that we have to do, and they're not upping our pay. And then we don't have the chance to earn more money until a year after we've been there. And one girl, she only got a 60-cent raise.
That is literally fucking trash.
I'm like, so let's just, and then another person got 50%. 50 cent. So I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that I'm here for a fucking year and you're giving me an extra
50 cents,
$5 a day. Yeah. And you want me to keep being as positive as I am, or keep as working as hard as I do for $5 extra a day? Yeah. Like $20 extra a week? No.
That's literally like a big fuck you.
Yeah, it is. And then as far as like on the entrepreneurial side, there are people who reach out to us and they want our services for like an exchange, not money. Like they don't want to pay us. They want to give us like clothing or some other thing that we don't.
Really, I don't need more clothes.
Or like
I don't need more clothes.
Or free club entry, like things that we're just not interested in. And
do you follow us? Like, do you know who we are? God,
like straight up, it's just and that's really fucked up that the lady used those words like hungry and like
a go-getter, passionate.
Because that's like like to me that's triggering. Like,
yeah, I literally wanted to reach to that phone. Like,
yeah, like how dare you?
You're trying to spin that around and be very manipulative to get what you want, and that's fucked up.
She's a manipulator.
You're trying to use like what I enjoy. Just because I enjoy doing it doesn't mean I shouldn't get paid for what I do. That's dumb. Like, I'm sure you're making a hell of a big profit off of me right now.
23 episodes for $100. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
so she's making a profit off.
Talking
of
about
you.
9 to 5. So this has been like a big conversation on Black Twitter. If Devin knows, because me and Devin, I feel like me and Devin, out of the three of us, Devin's our engineer. Everyone who doesn't know, hey, me and Devin, out the three of us, me, and Devin, I feel like me and him are the most active on Twitter. So he probably has caught wind of this conversation, but it's been like a big thing as far as pay on Twitter these past few days. No, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, but definitely on the past couple days, there's been like a fight about minimum wage, and there was a one tweet, so people were like, it's going hard on this. So some girl or some people had the idea that McDonald's workers and EMT workers shouldn't be getting paid the exact same thing, because if you didn't know, EMT workers get paid like $14 an hour, which is trash. So they get paid $14 an hour, and they were like, well, you think the EMT workers and McDonald's workers should be being paid the same? That's dumb. And it's like, raise both of their pay. Why can't they both get paid a livable wage? So you're telling me that McDonald's workers shouldn't get paid to live just because they work at McDonald's? Are you fucking dumb? Are you dumb?
You're getting lost in the wrong thing. Like, and then you're worried about the wrong.
It's literally, I can't even, I wish I could pull up the tweet. I'm not trying to look for the tweet. But pretty much about classism, right? Like, you're basically saying that you don't think that a McDonald's worker should be getting that because it's like, it's a classist thing. Like, because I don't want you to make the same amount that I do. Because at that point, then there's nothing to separate us via pay-wise. So we're pretty much equal on a human level at this point.
Why does it matter to you?
You have nothing to compare for. You have nothing to look down on now. Because now you can look down on McDonald's work like, I would never work for $9 an hour. But when we were making the same, you can't look down on me. And that's fucks up your egotistical way thinking about classism. So that's why you're mad. That's why you really don't want them to get paid a livable wage, because now you can't look down on McDonald's workers anymore.
Yeah, because I'm passing by Good Times and I'm seeing managers getting paid $14, $15 an hour. I'm like, shit, maybe I need to go be a fucking manager at Good Times. And then I seen this post on Facebook. It was like this thing about we were like forced or talked into going to college to be $50,000 in debt, and then we graduate, we can't get a job because we don't have no experience, so we get paid $14 an hour, and on top of that, we have to pay rent at $1,200. Yeah, it's like, how the fuck do you expect us?
And we're just talking about rent. We're not talking about food. We're not talking about electricity. We're not talking about water. We're not talking about our students paying back our student loans.
None of that shit is included anymore. These apartments now nickel and fucking dime you. They want you to pay your rent, and then they want you to pay public service. They want you to pay fucking this, that, and the third, and it's just it's fucking trash. And I don't know, other than fucking protesting. Like, what can we really do about it? Because we, like, yeah, of course, if we stand together as a company, like if for my job, for instance, if we stand together, I'm sure they'll
do something.
They'll do something. If we decide, okay, we're all not coming to work until we get more money, then what are they going to do? Right. But we know how these companies are, and they really don't give a fuck about us, so they can easily, okay, we'll hire more people.
Right. The turnover rate would be out the world. Yeah. Because they don't care. Like, at that point, they really, truly don't care. Yeah. Let's hear a word from our
sponsor, speaking of
not sponsor, but our person that would know about this, President JT, from the hit group City Girls. Okay. Talking about minimum wage. And let's hear from her. Dead. I wish I could, I'll try to insert the clip to make it sound more better, but here it goes.
The crazy part about it is I always had a job. I was working at the Aquarium, Whole Foods, Burger King. Bitch, I had a job. I had always had a job. Every 2 weeks, $500, $600. Like, what am I gonna do with that? Like, they need to pay people more.
More, like $500-$600. She just said they need to pay people more. She literally did. She said you make $500 every 2 weeks, which is what's happening if you're making $14 an hour. That's what we were just talking about. That's nothing, she said. We need to pay people more. That's pretty much the gist of what she was saying. But I found also that, like, from the creative side of things, like, you just need to pay. Thank you. Quench my thirst. I'm quenched. Quench my thirst. I never heard of that, right? Anyways, so basically she's saying that pay people more. So I absolutely agree with that. To talk more about the creative side of things, so I work for an attorney. Obviously I'm not going to say their names, but I work for an attorney, and she offers a few packages for small businesses as far as, like, intellectual property and, like, LLCs and all that stuff. And somebody called in today, and they didn't want to pay the price of her consultation rate. And they were like, well, I really would like to speak to her. That really sucks. I won't be able to speak to her. She's really great. She's really awesome. And I just really wish I could talk to her. And I'm like, well, sir, you could if you pay the consultation fee. And he's all like, yeah, but I just can't pay that. But she's really awesome. Like, she's really great. And I really, really love to talk to her. She has really great information to share to people. And I was just like, okay. like,
I hear you. Do you hear me?
I was like, do you hear yourself? So I'm just like, so she's so great. She's so amazing, but she's not great enough to pay her for. That's basically what you're saying.
That's what he said.
That's exactly what he said. And so it was interesting because recently, and my thing is, don't make excuses. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. So whatever, cool. He said he basically can't afford it. But don't, from my experiences as a creative, is like, then they'll try to, like, that lady that just spoke or whatever about the whole podcasting thing, but they'll try to make it seem as though you're kind of like the last choice, or they're going to choose somebody who's more hungry or more passionate or has more experience than you if you decide it down. Because I recently had an experience with that too about hosting, and like then they came back and were like, well, we're going to go with somebody who has more experience in this area or this field. And I'm like, so you were willing to risk your whole your whole event on a person, i.e. myself, who doesn't have experience, just to pay them pennies and popcorns? You didn't want to. But the fact that I asked you for more, now I'm not experienced, or now, okay, that's kind of how I took it initially. I was like, oh, okay, well, all right, I guess I'm just not as experienced. But it was like, so basically you're making it seem like as though you're doing me a favor, and I don't like that. Just be honest. Be like, listen, our budget doesn't allow that. Like, thank you for your time, but like, don't be like, oh well, we going with somebody else who's better. Basically,
and cheaper, probably. Wow.
Yeah. So that was my experience, and I just kind of wanted this past week actually. Wow, a lot has happened, but I just wanted to like talk about it because I've seen it a lot. So I wanted to discuss it, and I read this article. Well, it was like a blog post, actually, because I couldn't find any articles on how to negotiate as an influencer or a creative or whatever the case was. I've seen some for freelancer stuff, but it wasn't as engaging as this article that I read here. But it's from sidewalkerdaily.com, and they give you tips on how to negotiate as a blogger or influencer. The first tip was ask for a budget, which I did actually. If the brand hasn't asked you for your rates yet, definitely be the first to ask for their budget. This allows you to see what their ranges they are working with, so you can tailor your negotiation to their budget, or not even waste your time if they are not in your ballpark range. 2, don't be afraid. You need to get it through your mind that negotiating isn't rude. It's very rare that someone would give their final offer right off the bat. You should always go a little higher than what you really want to earn, so that you can have room to negotiate. That's why it's important to know your bottom line. Do your research. Knowledge is power. Learning how to negotiate with brands starts with learning as much as you can about that brand. Make sure you research the brand and vetted them. The more you know about a brand, the better you can tailor your negotiations. What assets do they have that you can contribute to and leverage to your advantage? For example, if you notice that a hotel has their own blog on their website and you're trying to increase your blog traffic, you can offer to do a guest post for their site and link back to your blog. You can use a potential higher daily traffic on their page to give your SEO positioning boost. Then it says create a custom rate sheet and prove your value and counter offer and can promise, stick to your goals, knowing when to walk away. And it has a lot of stuff on here, you guys, but that really stuck out to me is when it was just basically saying that it's not rude to negotiate. Yeah. And that was really hard for me to negotiate with people, because I just know coming into it, you just think people are going to just pay you and they're going to be so nice and just pay you what you owe. And I didn't find that to be true, obviously, later down the line.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't think that we as entrepreneurs or whatever should like find it offensive that people want you to show your work. Like someone who's going to pay you money and they ask you for a media kit or they ask you for this or that. Yeah, a resume. I don't think that you should be offended by that either. Because it's an exchange, and if you big and bad and bold enough to ask for a budget or this and that, not to say that that's like big and bad, but if you have enough courage to do that, then you also need to have enough courage to like be willing to show your work.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it's like you want more money because what?
Right.
Like you want more money because you feel like you deserve more money, but you have nothing to back that up. That's not fair to them either.
Right.
So just make sure you come with your shit too. Come with your ducks in a row too. Because can you imagine like asking for more money, they give you more money, and then you're trash?
Yeah, that would be trash.
That would be terrible. And it's like that probably would make them lose their like hope in like influencers or whatever because of this experience.
Right.
So come correct. That's all I'm saying.
Also, as an influencer side, I would like to say that a lot of companies and brands have the budget and they're going to withhold it until you ask for it. Mm-hmm. Or they just going to withhold it because
period.
That's that part. I actually spoke to a friend of mine, Claudia, who reached out about this topic. Thank you, Claudia, for always being a dedicated Mariah. I was a Mariah writer, but she was saying how a company asked her. So Claudia, if you don't know, does YouTube content where she makes videos, edit them, and we all know if you are an editor for videos, how long that shit can take. Sometimes hours, sometimes days. It really depends on what the content is.
I tried it once. Took me forever. I didn't even post the videos. So yeah.
Yeah, she needs to post it, but it's okay. It took a while. It's not easy. Basically, let's just say that.
Not at all.
And they were gonna offer her $20 for her to post it. $20, which is funny because the product they were going to send her to review was $150 retailing on their site, which means that they have the money. Like, at least you give me the money with the product. Like
$20.
$20.
So you think I'm worth $20?
You think so? It took me 3 hours to edit this. So so I get like $6-7 an hour.
You trying to play me?
That's what you're trying to tell me.
You're trying to play me?
Yeah. So that's something too that to be aware of. When you just walk away, like, okay, cool, like I'm not going to even try to go back and forth with you. You've already clearly stated to me that you don't believe that I'm worthy of an upper budget, so I'll just have to walk away, and I wish you the very best. There's never any hard feelings unless they outright disrespect you, but there's never any hard feelings. At the end of the day, you just gotta be like, you know what, I want this. I deserve this. I'm worthy of this. I can demonstrate that I can do this. Anyway, so yes, that's yeah.
That's that on that.
That's that on that.
Yeah, I think we just wanted to come to you guys with this quick topic. It's not quick, but it's quick today.
Yeah,
it's gonna be quick today. Keep those conversations going, especially with like your coworkers, or not even if in like a 9-to-5 job, even your coworkers, like your creative coworkers. Yeah. You know, and ask questions if you don't know how to ask for money. Google it, look it up.
Yeah, or ask people you know around you for advice and tips and what their experiences have been. And employers, please pay your people. Like, they're not trying to get over you. They're literally trying to make a living. Like, honestly, I honestly don't even think $18 an hour is a lot. That should be starting pay. As far as like rent, utility, water, like 18 should be starting pay. And not even like a lot.
I don't even think that's living lavishly either.
That's living decent. That's not even living comfortably. That's living decent. Like my last job I was paying, I get so mad when I talk about how much pay I got at my last job compared to now, which is shit. But I was getting paid like $22 an hour when I left. And I was comfortable, but I wasn't like living lavish. Like, and that's really sad to say, but that's like maybe like, I think that's like 55,000 before taxes is taken out. So yeah, like people aren't trying to get over it. They're literally trying to make a living wage. And if you can't afford to pay them, you probably shouldn't be hiring. So
right, work with what you got. Work with the staff you got.
Because you literally can't afford them. And that's fine. That's cool. That's why there's like contractors and like stuff like that you can like reach out to a certain amount of time. But I just feel like you should pay your employees.
We sick of your fucking shit, okay? We all quitting.
We are. We just want to live without literally having worries, because those worries manifest themselves into literally diseases or all this stuff that we can't even go to the doctor for because y'all not even paying us medical and dental.
And y'all
we can't even go get checked out for the stress y'all causing on these ulcers and all these things that y'all are creating into our bodies because we can't even get insurance.
Yeah, and y'all mad about people who like live off the government, but what choice do we have?
There's no way we can pay our bills on $15 and $16 an hour.
Maybe if we had 2 and 3 jobs, but who wants to?
We literally would be burning ourselves to death. And then we would come to your job without any vigor or any energy to do the work that you asked of us. So just consider that. Just put yourself in the place of your employers. Put yourself in the place of your employees and just be like, listen, what would I want to get paid? Can I live off of what I'm paying to my employees?
That's what they need to ask.
If you cannot live off what you're paying to your employees, then you just really need to start figuring some things out. Be a decent human. That's all I got to end it with. Let's head over to Convos and Mariah. You know what? I really want to have an episode where we expand on this topic and maybe bring in an influencer or somebody who's dealt with this and give some advice and tips.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Until then, we'll have that link for the article in our description for our podcast. You can definitely take a look at that if you're wanting to know some tips and tricks yourself to use. Just want to make everything educational so we can all learn from something. But Convos and Mariah, I didn't really get that many responses, which that was weird. That's usually doesn't happen on this kind of topic. Usually y'all be talking about the most stuff. Okay, y'all be all up in my DM about stuff, but it's cool. I ain't really mad. I'm not really mad, but it's okay. I'm gonna just let it go or whatever. So yesterday, basically, I asked on my stories. I said, what is your experience with negotiation as a creative? Any advice, any tips, or any experiences you want to share? Rock_natural, who's also an influencer and YouTuber. Raquel said, I've learned that it's okay to turn down opportunities if people are not willing to pay. Amen. And Moments with Musu. Hey, Musu girl, who is an influencer / makeup artist over in Ohio. Hit her up. She does amazing makeup. And I'm just saying that because she's my friend. She literally does amazing makeup. She says, I don't negotiate. I provide a service. Either you can afford it or you cannot afford it.
That's that on that.
And that's that's that.
Period.
That.
Period.
Period. Okay, that's it. I know that's right. But also, she does makeup. Like, we need to have another episode about that too. But literally, just pay your service workers. If they offer that, don't try to negotiate. Oh, girl, well, I thought I wanted to get a basic face. I didn't want to get lashes. I mean, just pay.
I bet you want me to tip them too, huh?
Yeah. If you can.
See what I'm saying?
So you're going to have an episode on that. We'll literally have an episode on that, okay?
No, we're not.
Yes,
we're just going to be arguing the whole time.
We're literally going to argue the whole time, but I don't care. I don't care.
Anyway.
And then also, let me go back to another one. It was a lengthy one. And that's when Claudia reached out because she was like, let me reach out to your DMs because that little question box does not fulfill the answer. She said, stand up for yourself because they want anyone that would accept free stuff in exchange for exposure. Also, don't believe the bullshit about them not having a budget to pay you. If they really wanted marketing and partnership, they would pay you and find the money to pay you. Amen. They would.
Sorry, I was distracted, so I didn't hear anything you said.
Wow, you're trash.
I'm sorry.
How are you distracted?
You didn't hear that ambulance?
Yes, but I can work through it. You can't live in New York City. You cannot live in New York, sis. That literally is an everyday thing.
Oh, my gosh.
Claudia_J. Sorry, Claudia. She's being so rude to your response. But stand up for yourself because they want anyone that would accept free stuff in exchange for exposure. Also, don't believe the bullshit about them not having a budget to pay you. If they really wanted marketing and partnership, they would pay you and find the money.
Period.
Which is true. They will find the money if they want to.
Yeah, they will. Or they'll just tell you straight up like we can't afford that.
Yeah, or the exposure thing. Oh, we didn't even touch on that, but that's a whole nother topic. The whole
what?
We can have exposure.
Girl, okay,
I cannot pay my bills on exposure.
Somebody wrote
gosh damn it.
Somebody DM'd us to have them, they wanted to come on the show, and they told us that in payment, I guess, or like whatever, so they said that they had, I don't even remember, I think it was like 60,000 followers or something like that. It might have been more than that, but that's what they said they had. So of course we did our research because we ain't no fools. Mommy ain't raised no fool, and they didn't have anything close to that. So it's like, don't lie either.
Yeah, don't lie. Don't reach out and lie. Just be what you got.
I mean, sometimes we do be like saying stuff on our resume that,
she be lying.
We
so basically,
we stretch the truth a little bit.
Who are you saying we, bitch? This ain't French. You with the fuck.
We, us, the people. Sometimes we stretch the truth on our resumes and stuff like that, but it's not like saying we fucking ran a corporation if we didn't do it.
True.
But I mean, we might stretch it a little bit to say.
She keeps saying it's we, dog. You, bitch. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah. So the exposure thing, no, that's dead. I've obviously in the beginning you may do some stuff for experience. I've had a few events that I've may have hosted for experience. I will never do that again now that I'm where I am at, because because I actually was at my first ever event that I hosted. I'm going to just hype myself up because I was told by everyone there that I was the life of the party, and I came and everybody felt so connected and they wanted to come back to the event due to me being there and being present, because I was actually the only person that talked to them while everybody else like stood in the corner and act like they were better than the people there because they were hosting. So they're like, yeah, you're really cool, you're really open, you're really fun. So knowing that I brought that experience with me, I actually was there with somebody who has more influence because they are on a bigger platform. They came late. They didn't talk to anybody. They were ducked off in the corner as if they were better than everyone. And I ended up speaking with that person later on, and they actually got a check for being there. And I didn't, just because I didn't have a platform, or I guess in this case, negotiate and stand up for myself and ask.
Wow.
But they got paid by coming late, by standing in the corner, by not speaking to anyone there, getting all of the free drinks, all of the free things, and leaving early. Came late, left early, and got a whole check for it. And I didn't get shit. So that is why I cannot do things for exposure or because we are cool with each other, because I cannot pay my bills on exposure and do stuff because we're cool. I still have rent to pay. I still got a car note to pay. I still got car note insurance to pay. I have real insurance to pay. I have life insurance to pay. I have things to pay just as well as you do. So you're getting a check. I would like a check as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have to say. Obviously, we'll be able to expand on this in a later topic. But for now, that is all I will say because we got to go. But just know we will be expanding on this topic soon. Maybe not soon in the upcoming weeks, but very soon. Hopefully we can have like a guy influencer on or something like that because I feel like we don't ever have a lot of guys on the show. So we'll have some male energy in here soon.
Men are trash. So I'm just playing.
She's not playing from hers. Yeah. Not all men are trash, but
just most of them.
But it's most men won't get offended by that. If you do, then
you're trash. You're the trash one. Psych. I'm just
she be saying psych, but she be really meaning it. That's the thing. But okay, you're gonna dish. What you gonna dish on? You have any topics you want to dish on, or you have any recipes or stuff to give to the people?
So very first and foremost, I want to acknowledge that October is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. So shout out to all the mommies who,
including yourself,
including me, who didn't get to take their babies home with them and who have little angels in the sky. Shout out to you. I acknowledge you as a mother. I think you're as much of a mother as any other. And, just take things day by day. I believe in you. I stand with you. If you ever want to talk, I'm here for you. I got you. Okay? All right. Then to get onto this other topic, to kind of piggyback off of what we were already talking about, Devin about to get beat up.
That ass. Go ahead, friend.
Know your worth.
Yes.
And not just in business, but in life, period. Know your worth. And if you don't, you better figure it the fuck out or people just going to continue to treat you like trash. And you are more than trash. You are worth more than trash. And you are worth, like Mariah said, more than pennies and popcorn. Okay?
All right.
So as an influencer, as a
creative, as a 9-to-5er.
Yeah. As a boyfriend, girlfriend, as a friend, whatever, know your worth. And if
add tax.
Yes. And if you don't, like I said, fucking figure it out. That's that on that.
All right.
Period, poo.
Well, Black Business of the Week is from someone in the area. Bree. What's up, girl? You back being into the month, girl? Of the week. I'm sorry, I said of the month. Well,
she might be.
no. Next week on record. Not next week because we'll be at a wedding. Yay, Black love. But the weekend after next, we will have a guest on who we're super excited about, which is Sandra. Okay, she's probably listening to this like, girl. Okay, but she'll be on talking about mental health.
Like, girl.
But Bree, you're annoying. Bree Ritchie has. Speaking of creators and entrepreneurs, she actually started a new business called Rooted, which has cold pressed juices, you guys. They're so good and they're so good for you. So she has a cold pressed juices. They have like very good. I'm gonna just read the menu because obviously I can't do it justice like they can. Starburst is watermelon and pineapple, hydrating, relieves muscle soreness, and reduces inflammation. Spicy lemonade includes lemon, cayenne, agave. Boosts metabolism, reduces inflammation, promotes weight loss. Get up and glow. Beet, carrot, pineapple, and lemon increases energy, promotes skin and eye health, and lower blood pressure. And 12 ounce is $6, and 16 ounce is $8. So they're really affordable juices, you guys. So make sure that you're going out there to get them. Is Una recording me?
Una is. Girl, keep going.
So everybody go get your Rooted juice. Tell her that we sent you, Melanin Voices Podcast sent you. And yeah, Bree, we really like that you're doing this, girl. I can't wait to order me some. I think I'm going to order the Starburst and the Get Up and Glow. Maybe even the Green Glow. Ooh, maybe the Daily Greens too. Ooh, Celery Detox. Celery,
and cucumber, lemon, mint,
and collagen. Anyways, but they're all really good. She does do delivery. If you buy in bulk, it's better. Because once you hit the $35 mark, she delivers for free. So you can just stock up on all your juices. Just grab and go. If you're working out, if you're not working out, and you're just trying to get energized, and you just want to be healthy, get all your greens in, get all your fruits in. Just grab a juice. You got like 6-7, vegetables or fruits in there right then and there. So yeah, you should do that, y'all. And Tell her that we sent you. Mariah and Eunice sent you from Melanin Voices podcast.
That's right.
And yeah, girl, I can't wait to try some. I've heard really great things about them from people in the city that have tried it. So shout out to you. Black Business of the week. I keep saying month. Jesus. Of the week. But yeah, that's it. Any final thoughts, before we wrap up?
Man, I just want to reiterate, just know your worth as all around. Just know that you are worth more.
I want to reiterate that it is okay to be hungry and passionate about your talents, but also get paid for your passions. All right. Hungry. And that's that on that.
That's that on that, period.
All right, then.
All right, y'all. Well, we out.
Peace.
Bye.
Love you guys so much.